All right. I think we're rolling.
Okay.
Where's my gavel? Makes things
Let's
official.
take it a little easy this time.
Never. Quick pumper. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to episode 66 of the I Say That to Say This podcast. I'm your host for the evening. Just Bo Christ for now. And my lovely co-host, Lindsey, the real Mrs. McCrimmon. I guess the gavel would be appropriate now. I gotta work on that. I've been working on my...
Your appropriate times of gabbling.
Yeah. When quarters in order. Out of order.
Okay.
Or you want to start the show?
We could start the show.
No, I'm saying, or the gavel is to start the show.
Oh.
All right. This is a podcast for a reason. Where's my notes? What are we doing? Oh, here we go. Oh, that's funny. I like that we run this thing like no edits. No bullshit.
What's the point?
I don't know. Good production? Well, what's good production?
I mean, like, if you're editing stuff, then you're taking out stuff that you did, and like we just ourselves. Like I forget what I'm talking about. We continue on,
and I think if you miss one moment of a conversation, you missed a lot. Like if you miss one one vibe of a conversation, you missed a lot. And I noticed that also when I watch other podcasts, or not even necessarily podcasts, because podcasts are pretty much straight unfiltered, right? Like produced television. Like if you watch like a Netflix documentary, it's very like boop boop boop. You know, it's very segmented, I'll say. And I don't know. I think people lose the cadence of a conversation that way.
You do.
Like I think you lose.
You miss like even just a tiny. Like watching the podcast that like they'll give you a close up of somebody, but you don't see everybody at that moment. So you can't see their reaction, so it's kind of like you're missing pieces. Like even if you do hear the entire conversation, if you can't see everybody's face during a certain part, then it's not the same. You're missing pieces.
And I personally think that's important. Because I find myself watching everybody else but who's talking. Like I'm waiting, all right, who's gonna react first?
Right. And what is their reaction gonna be?
And I think we actually, I told you that when we were watching a comedy before. When I was like, oh, look at that guy. He didn't think that shit was funny. Like, and then
you do.
Is it rewound?
To that.
Or rewinded?
But use it in a...
So, I like, we looked at the guy and then we rewound. I don't know. Which one is it? You're my English major.
I feel like you're just saying it weird.
Anyway, that's how I like to. That's when I thought some Netflix shit was staged, because I was like, wait a minute, that's a different crowd from one joke ago.
You pay attention to you're watching. I
forgot about that. I don't remember which one it was.
It was one that was showing like different comedians.
Yeah, it was like 16
like
different
a Netflix
comics.
Special,
right.
But most of them were good. Some of them were like weird, but in between it would like flash to the same. Who the fuck looks at the crowd?
That's how you judge if some shit is really funny. Like, not if I'm gonna laugh or not, but like I really was looking like, I wonder if Netflix generates the laugh. Like, how do I know they're not in a fucking warehouse somewhere with iPad 2 set up, just running off jokes?
You don't know that
with a green screen
after knowing that
you don't. And then
the same group of people.
I was gonna say the same. So I'm just watching as I'm thinking that, and then I'm like, that's weird.
It's the same.
That crowd. I think it changed. The crowd changed. And then I was thinking at this point, I don't know if I said it yet, but I was thinking like, I wonder if this was filmed over different nights. This is a lot of fucking comedy in one night. Like, and then lo and behold, tells a joke, laughs, something happens, new crowd, same comedian. Like, hold on, fam.
Right. Like,
so and then I gave the benefit of the doubt at first, like maybe
you
they took maybe they took the same joke from a different night, because comedians have their set. Like you could tour 55 countries.
Yeah.
18 states, whatever you're gonna do, and have the same set of jokes, the same laugh, the same like, wait for it.
True.
I knew you were gonna laugh. Nobody thought that was funny. Like the same cadence, the same shit.
Right.
Gave him the benefit of the doubt, and then shit got too funny. I forget our final conclusion, but I think I was just.
I remember.
Was that the one with the? I'm not gonna tell a joke. I'm not even gonna. Remotely. Oh, actually, you know what? I could kind of go there a little bit because I had a wild card topic, and the way the universe works, it set that one up. But was that the one with the comedian when he told the bad joke about his like 14-year-old daughter?
Yes.
That was the same series?
Yes.
We finished that? Wow.
We didn't. I don't think we finished.
I definitely didn't finish his set.
We didn't finish him, but
I feel like I wouldn't have watched that special again.
We took a break from it.
No, we didn't. That was the one with the midget also. We didn't finish that series of comedians. Unless it was like different seasons.
Yeah,
we kept watching comedy specials.
I feel like we watched that one. Like we finished, but we didn't finish those specific episodes. But we watched a few more, and then they got good again. We were like, okay, because there were several good ones, and then like, what the?
And then a creep. I ain't even going to the joke, so I'm just gonna move on.
Yeah.
And then just even when you thought that was awkward, listeners, I got some R. Kelly for you. R. Kelly. Wait, hold on. First of all. It was like a trash segue. I could have did better, but it's here. Fuck it. I don't know. I don't even know where I saw this because I'm suspended from Twitter. So I just happened to come across R. Kelly, and I was like, and I was like, wait, is that new or is that old? I click on this shit. R. Kelly's in Africa, singing to Ethiopian.
Do you have your passport? Did you get your shots? Girl, would you like to come back with Rob to America? Did you get your shots? Girl, would you like to come back with
Yo, is it sick? No, yeah, that's footage. It's there. It's really happening.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no, that's actually happening.
No. Oh, I'm yelling in the mic.
No, somebody needs to yell. This is real. And on top of that, he's gonna file a copyright on this YouTube for me playing this whole shit. That's where this gets even better. That's where the plot thickens. So I happen to come across this, and I just thought about it. 10 seconds before I hit play.
He's such a creep.
Now R. Kelly is still at it. I don't even. Oh, it says Happy New Year, so this actually could be old footage, but. This happened.
Did you get your shots?
See, that's it. Can I now? I'm glad you said that. I'm gonna take.
I guess so.
10-second time out.
What,
right.
You sang
I'm gonna take a 10-second time out and
no,
just say.
Sang that?
No, right. Right, and R. Kelly in his if you listen to R. Kelly's music, that's what makes him a creep. He's very specific. Like he did a 34 series. 34 song fucking audio book on being trapped in a closet and shit just went crazy. So he was very specific. Time out over.
That's why they could.
It's still like, damn, bro, you sung it. Like, did you get your shots? Like, I feel like I'm like, if this was a white man, they would have smoked him over this shit.
Nobody
and
even
cared.
cared.
And I'm like, and it's R. Kelly. So you kind of just you lean more to it like
weirdo.
Creepy. Like I'm like that's just. Like, bro, you trying to really, that was specific.
We
like,
disowned
yeah, like R. Kelly, I don't know, bro. No, fuck that. He been on his own. He don't own. We don't own. Return to owner. R. Kelly, man, you got to do better, bro. I don't even really have a take on it. Like, I forgot about it, and then you watch it now, and it's like, oh, he's still at it. Yeah. Nah. Before this, I'll just leave it at the jokes. We'll cut it off.
All right, that's good.
And we'll move on.
That's good. Okay.
Before I say too much, because I've already said too much this week and had my Twitter suspended.
Yeah, you did.
I forget. I told the kid, long story long, I told the kid I would. Oh no, I didn't say I would. Yeah, I just said pull your hoodie strings as tight as you can. End quote. Log on back, see the jokes, and they were like, no, pal. You've committed a foul.
Somebody's offended.
You know, this actually, speaking of music, this started over I wasn't gonna go into the story, but it started over a Rick Ross tweet.
Mm-hmm.
Rick Ross bar. Like first and foremost, I want to bring up big salute to Meek Millie. We talked about how prison sentences were outrageous, and the shit was. I just didn't agree, and lo and behold, Meek is staying true to his word. He's coming home and doing the right thing, and I want to do some more research and really give a real salute and really touch on it. So I want to and because that's actually serious, and which I do want to talk about. So I don't want to just brush over it really fast and come up with podcast facts and not give it its true credit. So, but and the song and it, on his album, which he had a great album, but that's why I'll save it for another.
Save it for more time.
Save it for its own moment. But the song just was free. With the I said I played it for you. I was this is the hardest shit. This is the hardest shit I've ever heard in my life. Because they were speaking like the real shit, the facts. Like we're speaking the facts. So out of what I don't know, they gave us 100 bars on that record, and Genius, who breaks down all the lyrics to every song that we love, and somehow gets the meaning. Like I don't even know how accurate this shit is for everybody, but the songs, the way I interpret it, it's pretty high accuracy rate. So Genius happened to take that one bar. Rick Ross says, "Purple hair, you're a target. The maggots on your back." But he didn't say maggots. He said the F word, and we don't say that word around here. But out of all, like, Genius is supposed to be better than that. So Genius highlighted that clip with the facepalm emoji, and I'm like, I've commented on it like, nah, Genius. There was plenty to salute in that. Don't do that, not today. It was like the Friday, the morning this shit came out. So just random kid happened to jump in my, it's the comment section. I honestly don't pay attention to it, but that's what social media. I embrace the internet, so I was just put, you know what I mean? Like, salute the whole moment. Like, don't do this. Don't look for the controversy. Don't grab the low hanging fruit. There's gonna be controversy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If we're gonna start dissecting rap, we're gonna start today. Like, we're gonna start with this. No, I'm not rolling. So that was the whole thing. Anyway, a kid says to me, and I'm only telling the story. I'm going somewhere with this. It gets greater later. The kid said, literally rap fans, some shit. I don't know. And all I replied was pull your hoodie strings together as tight as you can. Whether that meant choke them or like scrunch your face up, open to interpretation. But log back in, my account suspended. Now I only say all that to say, like, one, you can't dim the world. Like, you can't. It's like the blinders we talked about. Like, you can't. I want to word this the right way. Like, right. You can't control my reaction. Like, if someone throws a rock at you and you shoot at them, like, you can't be like, "Jeez, bro, I just threw a rock." Like, no, you can't make me gauge.
But like, it needs to actually be harmful. Like, that's not harmful, and you shouldn't just be able to say, like, "I'm offended" or "I'm scared," and they're just like, "Okay, all right, okay."
I think we're in the. I actually forgot my point because it seems ridiculous, like talking about being suspended on Twitter, but like it's yeah. What about and it's a totally separate. I'm not even gonna point the finger at like a kid because I actually would punch him in the face in real life, but that's another story. 100%. But not you gotta. We need to.
You wouldn't because it would be too easy for you.
No. We need to get the world back to the basics. Like, we need to bring bullying back to schools a little bit. Like, I'm not saying
what you said was not inappropriate.
No, yeah, like, come on, bro. Like, why are we? I'm not. I don't even want to make it about Twitter. I want to make it about like on the street. People don't say those. People don't in real life. No, but in real life, people don't say those things. Like in real life, unless it's like I really
get off the internet if you're sensitive. Get off the internet if you're sensitive.
And like I was saying, I was taking it somewhere else, but totally separate topic here. But I'm just gonna move on. What about white kids saying the neighbor word at concerts.
It makes
I met a girl who was like, I think she's Puerto Rican, I believe, and she was like, I forget how we got there, and she was just like, yeah, no, I don't feel like Puerto Ricans should say nigga, like we should say neighbor, and then it was like I'm rolling, like I was like it was a whole conversation, but
I totally agree with that.
When we went to the Drake concert, and I forget the song. I forget how it comes on.
They were singing every word to every song. There were. I like Drake a lot. There were songs that I was like, I've never heard this song before. They were singing it like they knew every single fucking word.
No, see,
word for word. And these girls look like they work in a library.
That's another thing about you. You find some shit out about the world. Go at a Drake concert.
At any concert, I'm sure. He'd be like, what?
No, but see, Drake, like, it was a dad behind us. I was like, you brought your kids here? He was like, yeah. I was like, you a good dad. Because I was thinking, like, ain't no fucking way I'd sit through a concert of some shit I don't listen to.
He might listen to it, though. That's the thing.
True.
Like, that's not that far-fetched.
Where's this guy? I forget how it comes on. Drake's my guy, but this is, like, one of the only songs.
Asking for tech this year?
Damn, see, when you don't have YouTube Red,
sorry, big guy.
you gotta sit through
trash.
You gotta sit through Stranger Things. Trash. I gotta do better. Oh, that's terrible. I gotta do better. You're welcome, Verizon. When this came on in the concert, I was like, See, that's a fucked up thing about my brain. I'm always trying to think like 30 seconds ahead. But when I don't even want to get into Drake and R. Kelly gonna have to fight over this video. When I heard this, I was like, And I'm surrounded by like 11-year-old white kids, and I'm like, they're gonna say it. I swear, like I was just like, they're gonna say it.
And I don't even remember where it's said now. I'm like,
No, that's why I fucked it up. But I'm glad.
But that's how far ahead you're thinking anyway.
Yeah, right here. I was just, yeah. And like school teachers are in front of us like, nice for what to these niggas. I can't write to nobody about that. I don't care, but I'm like, it's a Drake concert. What am I gonna do? Arrest everybody? Like, fuck am I gonna do? No, but like, even if I was, no, yeah, exactly. Like, I'm offended. I'm gonna stop a Drake show. Like, bro, yeah. Exactly. If you mad, bro, go home.
Right.
Like that. You know what I'm saying?
Now,
if a dude.
But I don't agree with it at all.
No, listen. Outside of the Barclays, like if there wasn't a train, if it was a whole train car, just I'd be like, nah. I would stand up like, nah. I'm like, we're not gonna do this. Not today. I'm like, you know what, guys? I'm gonna just go to a separate car. This is crazy. So, but
they would never though. That's what bothers me about it. You think it's okay because you're in a Drake concert to say whatever you wouldn't. Come on now.
In the sanctuary of the Drake concert, I think Kendrick Lamar had a kid, or had pulled a girl up on stage and had her sing the lyrics. And I think she said it, and he stopped the concert like, yo, don't say that. You crazy. I should pull up that footage. I don't know. But I don't know where it went from there. But he hold on.
Like, good though. I'm glad somebody was put in their place for that. Cause that's
hold on, I think we got it.
If he condoned it.
You ready? What's your name?
Make some noise for Kendrick Lamar stopping the show. Like, I never actually watched this footage.
She said, when we started
Oh my God. I'm so uncomfortable right now. I'm so uncomfortable.
Really?
This
What?
is embarrassing to me. It's embarrassing to me.
I wonder if right now Kendrick's like, oh shit, she gonna say it. Kendrick Lamar is definitely, he wants PC only. Oh yeah, nah, she was out of pocket. Wait, this really happened?
He should have never had a white girl up there.
Dang. Oh, nah, that actually did get weird for a second.
It was weird the whole time.
What's up? My boy Rohan kind of knew the rules a little bit. It was just really cool, bro.
I'm gonna stop her. Wait, is that real? She's like, it was just really cool, bro. I'm not even gonna listen to. See?
Oh, it makes me so uncomfortable.
No, hold on.
So uncomfortable.
We actually been planning on having this. When did we go to the Drake concert? August? No, May.
We started with an M, yeah.
We went to the Drake concert and fucking. That's a very long time ago.
Yeah.
We've been like.
It's not a topic
Nah,
I like talking about.
This is
I don't
crazy.
like talking about it. Like, it makes me so uncomfortable. Like, I cannot even
Yo, the
tell
world
you.
is sick. Now, see.
And then,
I'm glad we got here from my Twitter comments. I'm glad. And
we can get anywhere we want to get.
No, no, that's a fact. And I wasn't even trying to make my own. But like, that's kind of where I was going with it. But do you see? The universe has its way. Now, see, you can't. What's the policy on this? Like, where do we like? Now I say, I got a notice, like, and I appealed it. Like, bro, I just told him, I just said pull the hood strings to your hoodie as tight as you can. Like we care about the feelings of the world. Like, it's kids like this. She's probably like 12. I don't know how old she is.
I don't know.
And she's
either,
like, "Where you from, my nigga?"
Oh.
And she's like, "What, bro? Like, why?" The fact that she doesn't realize.
I mean, I never would have been in that situation, but like, I don't know. I feel this is really, really like, I actually became like not friends with someone because her white boyfriend was singing 2 Chainz song in a video and saying the N-word, and I was like, what in the fuck? And we weren't friends after that.
That's valid.
Like,
see,
and she was making excuses about like, oh well, he has, the stereotypical like, we have black friends. Like, I don't give a shit what you have. That's not okay. I don't care. I don't care what your opinion is. Just don't say it. It's not okay.
Do you think that's because you're from Florida? Like, we're from a different era, obviously. But like, I feel like kids in New York, like, I see like Asian kids. Like, I'll see like an Asian kid and a Puerto Rican kid in front of me wherever they are. Like, yo, my nigga, chill. And I'm like, yo, this is I'm like, the world is crazy.
Oh, it's like that there too. It's like that there too. It made me uncomfortable before I moved here. Like, I lived there when that other thing happened. Like,
the world is really sick. Maybe we should move on. I don't know. I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take this. We're gonna revisit this one day. Maybe. No, the world is sick. I tell you. Actually, I can keep going. I got 2 good stories for you, but I think I'll move on.
Okay.
On to better news.
Okay.
Money. Everybody likes money, right?
I love
money. Money makes people back in a good mood. So if you're in the car, you're traveling, and you're like, Jesus Christ, where are they going with this? Drive past an ATM. Put your ATM. You gotta be in a bad neighborhood to get $10 out of ATM. I just want that to be very clear. But if you are in a bad neighborhood, try to put, because you're a tax-paying American citizen, you keep good banks, and you don't use bodega ATMs. Well, actually, this was a Bank of America. Yeah. I'll get to the point. A Bank of America in Texas was accidentally filled the $100 slot. Filled the $10 slot with $100 bills. So when people went to this ATM for $10 or $30 or $50, they got a $100 bill with it. So, like any smart person would do, they'd put their ATM back again and try to get another 30. Like, whatever that increment was, you're like, let me.
Hopefully, I got more than $90.
No, first of all, I'm gonna keep it a bit. Yeah. That's where I'm going with it. That's where I'm going with it.
If it's the day before payday, you're like, God damn it.
That's where I'm going with it. Hopefully, the first thing I do when I put my shit back in is I'm checking my.
It gave me anxiety just because I remember, I remember being.
dead
like
broke.
I would have had like $19 and couldn't get any.
I'd be like, damn. Like, no, the 9. You would have had 9.
You
would have had $9 and couldn't even get the 10. That's how it works. So that's what I was gonna say. If I went in for the 10 and that shit gave me back 100, the first thing I'm gonna do is check my balance. Like, hold on, where the fuck this come from? Like, just when you think it's sweet.
Oh, you know what?
But see, if you dead broke.
Genius idea.
Shoot.
If you get $10 out, they give you 100. You can deposit 100,
back?
take another 10 out, deposit. You know, like.
Wow, now we're putting fraud cases. We got R. Kelly, copyright infringements, white kids saying nigga, and now fraud.
Hey.
This is an amazing podcast. I love this. So. That is I'm not gonna say that's a good idea. I don't know anything.
It's a fucking phenomenal idea.
Do your thing. You didn't hear anything. It never happened. But no, seriously though. So Bank of America actually let them keep the money which is crazy.
I love it.
Those are my overdraft fees from.
Facts. And they're our monthly fees for holding our money.
For holding, but go figure. That's the world.
But
money.
You know what? I think it
money.
would be really shitty, and I'm sure that any other bank, like I respect it, even though I'm not a huge fan of them, and we have, like, that's the bank, but. I figured they, of all banks, would be like, no. We camera footage. We're taking your ass to court.
Yeah, sure.
You're being dishonest.
I knew a dude. His dad got a deposit of like $64,000, and
they want it back, right?
He spent that shit. They wanted that shit back. Like, I don't know if he had to pay it all back, but he had to pay a large percentage back. They locked him up over that shit too. He went to jail. That's a fact. He went to jail over that shit.
He didn't have a good enough lawyer. You
think so?
Yeah.
Hold on. See,
yes.
I got another one.
You didn't steal
this
it.
Girl that Jesus Christ.
I'm just saying.
This other girl.
I'm gonna hire a really good lawyer and spin that shit and spin it on a lawyer. And
no, see, that's the shit. If they put 64 bands in your account, you gotta have at least 5 bands. You gotta keep 10. Like 10 to be like, just in case. 10. You never know, shit happens. But I don't know. See, I don't know the lawyer situation.
That's all I got.
I don't know the lawyer situation, and we actually should look up the procedure to put to that. But yeah, he was.
No, I don't want to know.
Shit was very tricky with him.
So
and then a girl that my uncle used to date. They put like $10,000 in her account. She bought like a Hyundai the fucking same day. When they called, however, like a week later, like, hey, we had a mistake. And she was like, that shit is gone. I think they made her pay this shit back also. So, yeah, but see, if I got $64,000 in my, I'm not even trying to hold you. I know about those 2 cases. Prior to that, obviously, it would have been run a checkup. But like knowing that, I'd be like, fuck. Like I would wait a day maybe, and then I'd call the bank like, yo, I don't know, bro. Like, and you hear about those stories of people finding. There was a dude just last week. He bought a storage locker for $500, and it was cash. It was $7 million cash in there, and he turned that shit in. Now shit like that, when I hear it, I'm like, bro. You gotta be shitting me. I feel that when he turned it, I don't want to misquote the number, but I think the person or whoever turned it in, or whoever he turned it into, he got like $1 million of it. They gave him like 1.2. I'm like 90% sure on that, but I'm 100% sure on that he bought the shit for $500 and whatever. Now when I hear shit like
that'd be tough for me. That'd be tough for me. That'd be real tough.
No, it wouldn't be tough for me at all. Actually, no, but like it would be tough for me to. I would buy. I haven't seen a globe since 4th grade. I would go buy a globe. This would be my tough part. But go buy a globe. I'd spin that motherfucker as hard as I can. I'd take a Sharpie from right there. I know just the Sharpie. I go boop, and I'd go start to change my clothes. Whenever I can, whatever that shit was, that was when I came back. That's where I'm going. That'd be my hard decision to be like, damn, that's in the middle of the ocean. But like, fuck it, we'll work it out. So no, that wouldn't be a hard decision for me at all. But see, with respectfully, because I don't want us to sound like criminals, with electronics, I'm like, nah, like you going to jail. Like
my thing with like with a bank, I'd be more likely to take a bank's money than.
Meek, help us. Meek, if you're out there, we're gonna need you, bro.
That's not what I meant. I mean, kind of.
Meek, please help us. So you're saying like fight the big corporations?
Yes.
Fight the man.
Yes. Like if they fuck up and give me some extra money, I'm not gonna think twice about it. If it's someone else's money, I'm not saying I give it back, but I would have a hard time. You know, knowing that it's someone else's money, sure. Like that would eat me up.
When I did the interview with the scammer, that was like people were like looking at me crazy because I sounded like I was justifying it, but I'm like I'm like yeah,
that was your view too.
Yeah, I was just like,
they take so much money.
Yeah, like the banks take a lot of money.
Like, give me some of that back.
It was times when I was dead broke,
and they would take negative $27 out.
You put the gas in. So they take out the $1 and you do credit, so it's 2 days later.
Yes.
Sometimes they took the shit out a little faster.
Backwards.
Right. Bank of America, no, I got negative $17 right now, and they take $35 from me, which turns into another $35, which turns into an extended day. So life is all life's all about
give me that
lessons in recuperation. So I'd be really like, yeah, fam, I don't know what to tell you. Like, so I'm rolling, and like it's weird that stick it to the man mentality.
I'm not even about like sticking it to the man, but I am about like.
I just keep the
same energy.
I'm gonna take my statement back. That you're absolutely right, because I was just gonna say actually that's not really sticking it to the man. No. It's just your morals and principles. Your moral and principles. No,
because if you are a certain way, I'm gonna treat you accordingly.
Sure, because and this is a separate conversation, and that's where like lessons mean the world.
Right.
Because now, like when you pay your taxes at the end of the year, you'd be like, me and the man is even. Like, like nobody's. I don't know who's sticking it to who. You know what I'm saying? Like me and the man is even. So that's why I say $7 million in a locker, bro. I'd be like, look, we just gonna have to chalk this up to take out your woes on El Chapo. I don't know what to tell you. And leads me to my next article, or the Chicago Tribune did an article about a man who was a busboy for 54 years at a Chicago diner. Not a diner, an eatery in Chicago. Now,
did you research it?
Yeah. Did you?
Yep.
Good. I mean, of course. Like I know I don't read, but yeah. The perks of the I Say That to Say This podcast is I get an article. I say, this sounds interesting. I send it to Lindsey. She reads it, tells me about it. I digest it.
Or read it to you.
Or read it to me. I don't know if I'm a king or a baby. And I deliver it to you. But I actually was, and
his baby.
Voila. That was good. But now, when I first saw this article, I was like, this guy's got to be out of his fucking mind to stick it out for 55 fucking years.
We touched on it.
Did we?
Yeah. You asked me about it or said something about it.
Was I doing drugs?
Probably.
Huh, I don't remember that. But I was just like, this guy's fuking nuts. Oh, actually, I do. Yeah, I do. Mm-hmm. I remember actually being like, this is crazy. Yeah. Like, could you imagine? Then I don't know. Like, I actually, you know what changed it? Me actually reading it. When I actually read it, I was like, wow, this is like one of the most genuine, hardworking people.
Oh, there's a video too.
And I watched the video. Like when you, especially when you watch the video, you're like, damn.
I actually watched the video first, and then I read a little bit.
I respect that.
But the video was enough, and I didn't really feel like reading.
I respect that. So no, I respect that. It's considering I wouldn't have read it. And this is podcast facts.
Yeah.
But, and white kids are doing crazy shit on stages with Kendrick Lamar. Don't fucking look at me for moral.
No kidding.
No, seriously. But, what was I saying? Now I'm thinking about,
Kendrick Lamar,
no, the kid.
I know. Yeah.
No, the guy. When you watch the video, you're like, damn, like, that's when it kind of flipped. And we got here from Sticking It to the Man. I'm like, they got to give this guy, they can't send this guy away with a.
You know, is he retiring?
He said he said he wasn't looking forward to it. It actually was kind of funny to me, and I was interpreting it. See, that's the beauty of reading. You get to interpret it your way. He said he's not ready for retirement, and he's like, it said his wife was a security guard also in Chicago, and it was like all he'd have to do was watch baseball, go shopping with his wife, and I was like, oh, that's what he's avoiding right there. Like, and I got it right. I was just like, oh yeah, that 55 years. He's like, fuck that, I'm going somewhere.
I'm working.
I'm working. I gotta get the fuck out of the house. But I don't think he's retiring anytime soon.
He doesn't make what it said he made.
It said he made that. I think that was my whole point of it. That's what fucking sparked. Right. Yeah, now that I'm glad you said that also. Now that I really think about it, when I originally saw it, when I came home,
it was like he made
this is the craziest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. How is this guy making the same as he was in 1963?
Right.
And I came home fucking outraged.
Yeah. And I was like, no, you can't.
Right.
Like,
you were like,
that's illegal.
Yeah, you were like, that's illegal. I'm like, it's the Chicago Tribune. Like,
it's on the internet.
Yeah, that was my case. I'm like, see, it'd be one thing if it was the internet. I'm like, this isn't the fucking newspaper. They do a lot of due diligence. They actually since changed.
Yep.
The headline.
So I saw the new one.
Yeah, I saw the new one also, and now didn't that flip? It kind of flipped it with me. Like when I saw the new one, I'm like, wow, this is like this is one of the hardest working people. He takes
I
two
only
buses
saw that, and two trains. Yeah, 2 trains and 2 buses.
Home, like in the morning.
It takes like an hour and a half to get to work. How much money can you be making at a damn diner to take that many fucking trains and buses? Like what?
And I don't like focusing on the fuck shit of the world, but I do like to bring it up for some sick reason. But I saw that I read in the. Like it was like towards the end of the article, and I'll even post it in the show notes here because I forgot people are listening. That he would get harassed by cops. Like he was at 4:30 in the morning. They'd be like, "What are you doing? Where are you going?" So a cop who happened to, I guess, I don't know if they stopped him more than once, but a cop, like, I guess he talking to him and seeing him at 4 o'clock in the morning, like, oh, that's the same guy. He started to give him rides to work. A concerned citizen called. The guy was reprimanded. He had to stop. The cop had to stop giving the guy rides to work. And I was like, what the fuck goes on in the world that a cop wanted to take it out of his, go out of his way to take this guy to work, drop him off. He started
somebody else is complaining about it?
It wasn't even that. See, that's why I didn't want to take it totally negative and miss the point of the whole story. No, it's not. It's just that's the wormhole I went down also. I'm like, and what originally got me pissed off is like, this is the Facebook story you hope to hear of, like a diner chipped in, bought a guy a car.
Right.
Because the last 3 years he was working, let alone 55. You know what I'm saying?
They should actually do a GoFundMe for him.
I'm going to look it up by now. Hopefully he has one.
That's crazy. I didn't see the cop part. Yeah. It just said he sometimes got a ride. But that's even
But that was from there, right? That's when I think the mayor or somebody should step in. Like, wait, what happened?
How long's he been working there?
Yeah, how long has he been working there?
Why does they take
God damn.
free transit for the rest of your life?
Like, and I talked to the cop, like, hey, this I forget his name. I gotta go look at it. I have it here actually. I shouldn't say.
It's really crazy. I mean, it makes sense.
Theo Logan is his name. I'm like, what's with this Logan guy? And they're like, and the cop would say, he's a good dude, man. He's been working here for however many years, and he gets up at 4:30 in the morning every morning and goes
2:30.
Right. He's out. He's out of the house by 10 to 4. It says. Right. Exactly. He gets up at 2:00 in the morning, and he's out of the. He's out of the house by.
And he gets to work at
3:40. Gets to work at 6:40. Does what he does to get. And that's another thing. That's actually where, I'm glad we didn't brush over that point. When I think it was in the video when he was like, I would see people in the parking lot pull up,
their coffee
have
ready,
their coffee and their juice ready. That's
like, I knew what they want.
That's
if
personally
changed,
a dude I would give $100 to. Like I was like, if I got a muffin and a fucking hazelnut coffee, light and sweet, just like you, on a Monday, went back in there Thursday, and he remembered that shit, I would be like, yo, I gotta tip this dude. Like he's getting a nice tip. So I was thinking of like,
but where is that place located? Because that has a lot to do with.
That's fucked up. You think? I guess you think so. I guess it's. I was trying to be optimistic about it, but I guess.
If you think about it being in a certain neighborhoods that we know, like they're not getting $100 tip there.
Damn.
And people like us aren't going there.
You never know. You never know. See,
I don't know how nice it is, but like I hope that's the situation. But it depends on where it is.
I hope that
I hope it's a really
Orthea Logan retires with, and that's another thing. I'm not even gonna say he retires with $1 million. He may not want $1 million. Like
he may not want to retire.
Yeah, that's what this dude made me.
He said he really loves it, and that's amazing. I like people doing what they love to do. Like whether you're at the drive-through or whatever, like just be happy, because that goes a long way.
100%.
Like I like the fact that he said he loved what he did.
100%. And I think it was like 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. I was talking to a dude. I forget. I think I was talking about like homes in Detroit or some shit. I forget. And we got into the conversation snowballed into like dream homes and describing our dream homes, and he was like, nah, like I'm good with this shit in Detroit basically. And I was like, no bro, don't you want like fucking pool table and a pool and these extravagant crazy stupid things? And he was just like, nah. And I was like, nah bro, but the horseshoe driveway, like you don't wanna. And he was just like, nah. And it was a real conversation that made me like, damn, you gotta kind of respect.
If somebody doesn't want
someone's, I can't even call it simplicity, but I mean that respectfully. I'll call it simplicity, but like respect people. They're focused on the core meaning of what happiness, the real happiness, and like nothing, not a smidget more of glitz and glitter gets them going. So I actually it taught me like I always. Like when I hear things like that, I think about like, wow, yeah, it's really people out here that are like, this works is good enough, and I don't mean good enough in a bad way. I mean it like
knowing but he still like knows what he's doing. He does it well. He does it.
Sure.
He
I feel like that's a guy that I could be. You never know. I'm just shooting here. But I feel like that's a guy who doesn't have the internet. Like I feel like he said his retirement be watching baseball, shopping with his wife. Like people like that, I feel like have it to me, if that makes sense. Like I don't, for better or for worse, and I respect it as their life. You know what I mean? Like from what I see, I'm like, damn, I wish I can be. But I don't want to be, if that makes sense. Like, I'm like, damn. Like, if I could only be that simple. Like,
they say, like, ignorance is bliss. And I don't mean that in, but if you don't know, if you just stay put and you don't learn anything, like, you just ignorant to the new world, like.
You can't, do you feel like you're better off?
Yeah, like
sometimes I feel like, I'm like,
I don't want to be that way either. But, like, I kind of wish, like, sometimes, like, why do I have to know the stuff that's in food nowadays? Or, like, like, that kind of stuff. I'm like, if I didn't know, would it hurt me? Yes, but I wouldn't know it was coming.
Now, see, now that's kind of to the same point where someone, I don't like speaking for other people, but there are people that they sit down for dinner and have, like, meat, potatoes, vegetable. Simple.
Yeah.
And not that I don't worry about what's in food, but we eat so much different shit. We have more to worry about because it's like, damn, is this gonna be salmon or sushi or fucking steak or a cheeseburger or
we're gonna cook
a casserole? We're gonna cook or we're gonna be that kind. You know, that's what I'm saying. If it was only so simple,
true. I do. I don't want to be that way, but like.
We're exposed to too much.
I get it.
We're exposed to too many options.
Too much.
That's why I feel like I look at guys like that, like, damn, I can't go back in my brain as much as I would want to. I'm in.
You know what? I don't even want to say
$7 million in a locker. We'd be right back in, and I'd be like, we're going to Montana. I'm going to live in the woods.
I'm totally fine with that.
And I'm taking my cash with me.
Totally fine with that. But we can have a horseshoe drive-through or drive-through.
Drive-through. See, that's what we really want. Don't fight it. It's not even they call that a Freudian slip. Just accept it. Embrace it. You want to drive-through in your crib. Like Macaulay Culkin had in that movie. See, that's the shit. That's what fucked us up.
It is. That is. What was it? Richie Rich?
Richie Rich.
Damn,
Richie Rich
that
fucked me up
bad. Richie Rich.
We never had this talk. I swear, you're hearing it first.
I can't believe I remembered that. I mean, it's a really easy name, but you know I'm bad.
When I hear ill shit in my crib,
I forgot about that movie.
It's in your brain.
It is in my brain because I'm like having flashes of like different shit. I don't know who produced that movie.
I gotta look it up.
Going in the limo to get ice cream and shit.
100%.
Like, come on, man.
That was Macaulay Culkin, right?
Yeah.
I gotta see what year that was because I got whoever. I'll say it was 93. I'm gonna guess off the top of my head. I swear I haven't loaded yet. But whoever produced this. Alrighty then. Whoever produced Haunting
Universe,
Us.
no.
Right. Whoever produced to the people just listening on Spotify. Hey Paul. My laptop just did some weird shit. 1998, really? Oh no, wow, 1994.
What? No.
Release date, December 21st, 1994. I was a year off.
I believe you.
But in 1994.
What'd you say?
93. In 1990, I just remember my age bracket. Like, I remember the VHS. Like, I remember where I was when I saw it.
You probably saw the preview in 93, so you're probably technically right.
Warner Brothers planted the seed in our brain. Like, here you go. Got you forever. Because something in my brain made me want more. Like, it
I need
the
everything.
Innocence and the simplicity. I'm like, wait, you can have a drive-through in your crib. What's money? How do I get it?
Yeah, I need a job. Just bring me shit. Like, I need that in my life.
That's
seriously.
bad funny. And that's how you get and suddenly, like, Payless wasn't good enough. Suddenly, like, Levi jeans wasn't good enough. It wasn't.
I mean, Levi were still like.
I think these are Levi. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm older than you.
No, I think these are Levi's.
Levi's were like an it brand for me in like middle school or something.
To unlock your iPhone first.
See, now we got Siri. Like, no, what you said you wanted me to order you some Levi's, fam. Unbelievable. Oh, there it goes. This is getting better and better. But
Richie Rich, definitely. Oh, we were on Payless. By the way,
Payless pulled the ultimate finesse. The Payless finesse.
I'm so happy that Payless did that. For one, let me tell you something real quick, though. Especially since we're talking about shoes and I'm barefoot. But I'm not like a brand whore. Like, if it's comfortable, I'm gonna wear it.
Where's my soundboard?
Do I have to bleep that out?
Okay, go ahead.
Try again. I'm not like a brand.
Boop. Fucked it up. It's the first day, all right? Give me a break.
Give him a minute.
All right, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm done.
Please stop.
I'm done. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be amazing.
Stop. Don't touch your computer. Anyway, I would never
This could
ever
get so
wear.
much worse, by the way.
I know it would, but I can't continue on if it gets any worse.
I'm gonna let you rock for the sake of the listeners.
So
Sorry, Paul.
I can guarantee I would know that I wouldn't even care if they were like $300 shoes. These just fucking suck. These shoes fucking suck. Like, I wouldn't pay $20 for these shoes. I guarantee it. Because Payless has the shittiest fucking shoes. They have the shittiest fucking shoes. But rich people shit now looks like shit. It looks like shit.
That's the game.
Getting loud again.
Nah, it's
something
all
I'm passionate about.
No, that's I like this. I like this out of you.
I don't like what we're going off on a deep tangent here.
Shoot.
I'm gonna develop a comfortable pair of fucking badass heels. Like, not just like a line of them.
Every woman's dream.
Yeah. I want to look cute, but I don't want to feel like my fucking ankle is breaking in half. Like,
Why don't... Nah, I know why girls do it to look good, obviously. I don't know what movie girls see.
No.
What do girls...
Who started it? Who started it?
I don't know. Talk to some women's rights groups. I'm not having anything to do with this.
I actually talked to somebody on my Instagram. She has really cute shoes on. I was like, I wish I could wear heels. You look really hot in those. And she was like, oh, I bring Chucks with me. I just took them for the pictures.
Just
and
for
I'm
the
like,
flick.
I
That's
was like,
funny.
you're my fucking soul name.
Maybe that's what started it. Like, just a good picture and heels. And then
like
you go back to...
We're way more like... Pictures weren't that important back when heels started. Like, whose idea was this? Who developed this? Who hasn't developed it into something comfortable by now? They're not comfortable. They suck.
See, I never put on a pair of heels.
I feel like every man should just put your foot in one and stand up, just one foot, and then take it off.
That's where I was just going with this. I'm not gonna speak for all of us again. Every dude puts his feet in his mom's heels at some point, right? I definitely did that before in my life.
I did it, but I'm obviously a girl.
I was gonna say, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think I did it once, and I was like, this is terrible. Like, I'm not a cross. One thing I'm not is a cross dresser. I can tell you that shit right now. So I definitely remember that happened now that I think about it.
It wasn't fun.
I think it was like, this is trash. Why do they do that?
Well, I feel like when you're a little girl, when you try on your mom's, because everybody does it, you know.
Catherine de Medici.
Who was that?
The first instant of a high-heeled shoe being worn by a woman.
What year is that? Let me see those shoes.
Oh no. These are some shit. Payless ain't even got these shit. These is the
oh, those are comfortable.
The Agamemnon 7s.
Those are comfortable.
Nah,
those are comfortable.
Nah.
Yeah, look at that.
Those are the
What do those look like? They look like
Martha Washington. No, my great grandma would be even like, God damn. Come on, what are those?
That's comfortable.
Those are Martha Washingtons.
I want to know.
Martha Washington wasn't even born then. Like, I don't even know I can't even name any human off the top of my head from the 1500s.
They're comfortable. You can tell those are comfortable. You could walk around in those.
I would absolutely not put my foot in those. Not even as a 6-year-old. Like, 6-year-old boy would have been like, yeah, no. Those are crazy. Yeah, I'm good.
Anyway.
Payless.
Pulled
the ultimate finesse.
And I think it's great.
And sold some...
$20 shoes. $19.99
$19. Wait, first of all, what they did with the... did with the name,
that was.
What did they call Paleli? Some shit.
Paylessy.
Oh yeah, I gotta get it right. I couldn't read it anyway, but I would have sent it to Lindsey. Like, how you pronounce this? But what Target does with Target, and it's another one people say, they did with Payless. Like, Payless.
Yeah.
They went in and sold
Made it
the
French.
$20 heels,
These people.
$20 shoes to influencers and YouTubers and bloggers and everyone in between.
We don't want to get another copyright.
That's all good.
Oh, Paylessi. Paylessi.
They didn't get that? I think I would.
They didn't get that.
I'm
That's
not
what
gonna lie
I'm
to you.
saying.
We would have.
That's what
like,
I'm saying. I'd be
Paylessi.
like, these shoes suck.
I'd have been like, no, I would have been like, I would have caught that shit on the walk-in, like, from the parking lot. I would have been like, that's interesting. I ain't never heard of this place, and I would have Googled that shit, like Paylessi. I'm like, I don't know about this. Like, I see, just when I want to say, I'd be like, I would figure out like a prank show, but I'd be like, yeah, I don't know. Like, what is a pop-up shop? Like, who's behind this? Is Mark Echo here? If not, then I don't know. This is very tricky.
Yeah.
But these influencers.
Payless does have enough money. They might have put some.
No, they might. That's what I'm saying. They might have made it look good. But if the name was there, the way that shit was spelled, I'd been like, I wouldn't have. But and that's another thing. I like wearing J's, and I have a newfound thing for New Balance.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And that's valid. And it's not like the even Yeezys. I'm actually gonna buy my first pair of Yeezys now. Well, I don't know how long they've been out, but I used to look at Yeezys like, what the fuck are those? Like, why would you pay $750 for what? They're the same kicks?
Yeah, they're the same. No. It's the same as it was when you thought that.
But now I want to feel the Boost technology. I swear.
That stale face?
No, I want to. My legit reason now is I want to feel the
I don't know
Boost technology. And the crazy shit is, I'm glad this is on record because you may like them. You're gonna feel the Boost technology.
But what the fuck is Boost technology?
You gotta feel it. That's why I want to know. Like, I'm like, all right, 200. Now they're down to 230 because nobody's buying.
Crazy Kanye.
Yeah, at this point, it's like, oh, fuck it. He missed the wave, like.
Okay.
No?
I mean,
if you want to go down the Kanye West road, we can.
No, I don't want to go anywhere near there.
We already, Kendrick Lamar already, well, nah, I won't say Kendrick.
No, that wasn't. I mean,
I don't know who that was.
That shouldn't have happened. That should never, I'm not saying she should never said it, but she shouldn't have been called up there either. But
he was trying to do the right thing to his fans, but okay.
Were there only white people in the crowd? Maybe pick a different song. I don't know. Anyway.
Damn, where was I saying? Yeezys. You
really want a pair of Yeezys?
I want to feel the Boost technology. I forget where I was going. Oh, that my point was, there's no way in hell you would have got me to pay $750 for some shit that I didn't like. No? You're looking at me crazy. They're not $750. No. If they were still $750, this would be another conversation.
How much are they?
They're like $230 now. Sneakers are $200. You gotta just accept it. Like, what are those?
Are they okay? But you didn't like them before, and now you like them, or you
no?
Just
I want to feel the Boost technology for the third time.
You know how like I don't know millennial that sounds. Maybe is that a good? I feel like that's a no. Is it no? It's not that. Maybe.
It's that I want to feel the Boost. You said the Catherine Demichi 1500s.
Those I'm not saying I would wear them. I'm saying they're not high heels. These are not like break your ankle heels. Those are like kind of looking comfortable. Those look like fucking house slippers with a tiny bit of a fucking a cardboard box in the back. Like
anywho. Did we get to the point? I don't think we got to the point.
We didn't.
That Payless.
What do you think about?
They took their tag off.
Oh, and they sold it for
They maximum. Yeah, they upcharged everything 100%.
More than that.
Sold it to 1,000%. Sold it to these motherfuckers.
$400, $600.
Right.
$19.99.
And these millennials were like, these are fire. I love these just because they're $750.
Someone also said, this is like almost verbatim, said these are so amazing. Everybody's gonna be like, where did you get those? And she paid like $400. I don't remember how much, but it was $400 or $600. But I think it was $400. And she was like, you know that these are Payless. And she was like, oh, no way. And she was like, did I pay too much?
Nah, that's
Did
fucked
I
up, right?
say
Like
too much?
once you say the
you
Payless,
think?
you're like, oh shit. You start to think like, oh, I wouldn't have.
I'm a fucking idiot.
That's fucked
That's
up.
what you should think. If you spend that much money on an uncomfortable pair of shoes and you think that it's worth $200 or $400 or $600, you need to think that you're an idiot.
I think we all should think we're idiots then.
A lot of people are, yeah. That's why I don't wear it.
Yeah, but even buying a cup of coffee. The same coffee you could get from whatever local place you go into. Like a Starbucks label.
That's a little different. I'm talking about comfort all the way. I'm going deeper than that. Yes, I agree.
The same, even with I don't want to say New Balances necessarily because I don't know. I can't speak for them, but I could 100% speak for Jordans if I could speak. Precipitation. Supercalifragilistic. Chris Mahana Kwanzaa. Jordans are made in the Jordan factory. They're pressed, shipped out. I was gonna make a bad joke there, but a 5-year-old sews them together. Ships them on. They go into fucking wherever they go, Foot Action, Foot Locker, you name it, GB, and sold for $170.
Okay.
At that same token, when that same press is done, that shit moves on to the next factory, and they press them shits out for whatever and sell them online for $82. And then where they go from there, who the fuck knows? But those same $82 sneakers get sold as the real thing. Nobody knows the thing because it's the same factory, it's the same press, thing. It's the same thing. So, and I learned when I was reselling sneakers on eBay, learning that changed the game for me. Like learning that, it's like, oh fuck that. Like you don't even know what's safe anymore. Like you don't even know what. I don't even. Just like I mean, it's a separate conversation. Like how we feel about the banks and TD Bank doing their coin scam, and banks, Wells Fargo opening accounts, and Bank of America charging outlandish overdraft fees. How do I know Foot Locker is not buying 100,000 of these things? Like I don't know. So it changed everything with me to be like,
True.
So
especially them. I mean,
right.
Not them specifically,
Sure.
but like corporations, they're like, how do I save money?
How do I save money? It's the same. It's
but
the same thing. Like they just like I know that you can go to those factories. They fucking obviously know, and they could open up a factory. They could be like, they could buy that little press. That's what I'm just saying. All that to say, it changed things with me years ago. And back to Yeezys, those were the most fucking bootleg sneakers in history. So that's a podcast fact. Actually, I don't know if that's really true, but. Because Jordans are definitely bootlegged a lot higher, but you guys know what I mean. With Yeezys, there were so many fakes of them that you really never, like, it was like, well, what's the point? Like, who's real? You don't know. So, with that being said, it was no point in paying fucking $1,200 and people paying $1,500 for sneakers. And I used to think shit like that was cool, but it kind of faded away. And I figure we all waste money, but if you're going to waste the money, you might as well be in. You got to adjust your
sometimes
graph. Yeah. Like you gotta adjust your wasteful distribution. Like where would you rather waste money? And apparently Payless that was if you're as business wise, I don't know if is that a good finesse? Like do they have to give the money back?
I feel like they definitely have to give the money back. But I feel like their view on it was like it's not going to change rich people's view of like Payless, but they think like, no, you can shop here too. See, you thought that they were $400, $600 pairs. You can come here now and spend $20, and they're gonna be like, no.
Okay, got you. Okay.
No.
See, how would you feel duped, like, or would you be like, all right, you got me. You made me a believer.
I feel like you couldn't have duped me on Payless shoes. Like I feel like that would have never.
You're not rolling?
No, because I know that they're not comfortable shoes, and I'm extremely picky. Like I'm not. I wouldn't pay $400.
They would have cut your scene so fast. They would have been like, green dress, get her out of here.
Out. She's saying some shit. She's saying some real shit.
Here, take a pair of Louboutins.
I think she said Payless. I think she said Payless.
Damn, no more BOGO. Unbelievable. I think you had one. What did you have?
Did I have one?
No, I thought you had one. Okay, there you have it, ladies and
I don't
gentlemen.
know. I'm looking at the.
I thought you had a. I thought you had a topic. I guess not. That's it.
I don't remember.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Yeah, I say that's what?
Maybe not children of all ages. Should probably be like
Probably not.
PG-13.
No.
Rated R. Rated
yeah,
R.
Rated R.
Rated R.
Rated MA. Mature audiences.
That's funny. We're super mature here.
I think so. Thank you for subscribing. I think that's it.
That's it.
We gotta get a better ending. That's not good.
How about not thank you for subscribing, but
You know what
hit
I was-
the subscribe channel.
Not the channel, the button.
The button. The button.
You know what it was shit. What was I just gonna do?
We'll redo.
Fuck, I'm gonna have to find that. I was thinking we have to start putting our podcast polls up.
Okay.
Like when we make these bets in our kitchen.
Perfect.
I'm in severe debt. Speaking of the banks.
What was our last bet?
I don't know.
I feel like I'm just like
I don't want to
always
remember.
winning.
Yeah, you just run it up on me, and I got to keep buying you nice shit to just call it even. But I think we should
And then
start
you're like,
bringing
all
this
right,
to the
double or
podcast.
nothing. All right, double or nothing.
Yeah, and I
all right,
keep
double or
doubling and I
nothing,
keep
and
losing.
you win every
I'm a
once
dirty
in a while.
gambler.
Yeah.
But
That's what gets you $82 billion in poker.
double or nothing.
But I've always been in the like ding ding
Plinko.
ding.
That's it. We're out of here. Ciao for now.
See ya.